Well, happy Friday, guys. It's me, Alex, Dispatch Training Center. I just want to make sure that I do share this post on my personal site as well. So forgive me for taking a little time to see on my line. Okay, I guess I can do it later. So let's see. Actually, I just found. So just stay with me for the second. What is the purpose of today's live? It was not scheduled, but I recently decided that with all the situation which going on in Ukraine, with all the disaster, natural disaster, with people being placed outside of their homes, we all worried, we all helping, and we are actually trying to help as much as we could. And me as an educator, me as a person who've been in Chicagoland for a long time, I do receive lots and lots of questions about trucking industry, about people coming to this industry, if they can become dispatchers, if they can pick up safety, become safety managers. A lot of guys who came from Ukraine right now, they are becoming the drivers. And we want to do something different. As many of you know, we are actually helping, and I just want to make sure that I'm live. Yes, I'm live. So I will tell you this great news. And the news are that me personally, I decide to award 10 free dispatch classes, which gonna start next Saturday for Ukrainian refugees in Chicagoland. And why? Why I am gonna do it for only Chicagoland? Because I am partnered up with big carriers. So if these people finish the education, which is gonna be given for free, and if they do have potential, there is a big chance that we will find them the job. And we have a big carriers, and one of them, for example, I just came back from very productive meeting with Ace Transportation. They are located in these plains, and they are willing to help us out. So first, if you're watching this, make sure that you share this information. By Monday, if I receive your personal information, if you connect to me, if you tell me why do you think you want to become a dispatcher, if you do have a skill, so I will be doing a little interviewing over the phone, and we can determine if this is job for you. Same with the safety and compliance. I know most of you came here and you frustrated. I know it's not an easy. It's it's um it's not an easy move for you, for your family, but there is a hope. We're gonna win this war, and I want to help as much as I could. So please, you have to connect to me. You can connect to me via Messenger on Facebook. You can also text me 224 600 3200, and we will schedule the interview. All of this has to be done by Monday. So you guys have 2 days to reach out to me to talk about your desire to become a dispatcher. And then on Wednesday, we're going to have a second part of this because Ace Transportation is actually holding the job fair from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And the address is going to be actually, it's already in our link, and I will also post one more time under this video. So then we're gonna meet in person, and I will do short training from 12 till 1 on Wednesday in Des Plaines, where I'm gonna tell you what does it take to be a dispatcher, what does it take to be a safety manager. And even if you're looking to find a good company, well, they are hiring owner operators, and we know lots of companies are going out of the business. I like their culture, I like their atmosphere. They are about 370 trucks, so this is a big mega carrier. This is a big opportunity for you guys to start your dispatching career. Of course, you need to have certain skills, right? You need to make sure that your English at least on the intermediate level, that you can read, you can understand. We're gonna figure out on our interview, over the phone interview, if you do have those personal skills. And then on Wednesday, if you show up and you're gonna be there from 12 to 1, and we're gonna go through the mini training about trucking industry, we're gonna see if you are the one who is fitting this criteria. Because me personally, I will give 10 spots. It's a lot. And Ace Transportation is willing to sponsor you. They are willing to give you a chance going through my training and then give you employment. But it's not gonna be just send us your resume. No, not everybody can be a dispatcher. It has to be a certain personality, it has to be desire. You have to actually show us that you the one who wants to succeed in trucking. I will speak in Ukrainian a little bit so people can probably share. Maybe they know somebody who is looking for this opportunity. Доброго дня, всі наші українці, які знаходяться в Чикаго Ленд. Ми пропонуємо 10 безкоштовних класів, які почнуться в нас наступної суботи для майбутніх диспетчерів. Класи ми пропонуємо для людей, які щойно переїхали з України на протязі останнього року півтора, і які знаходяться в Чикаго. Чому тільки в Чикаго? Тому що ми хочемо дати вам навчання, ми хочемо навчити вас, як диспетчерувати вантажівки, і потім у вас буде можливість почати працювати в одній з найбільших компаній в Чикаго-Ленд. Це є Ace Transportation. На сьогодні в них 375 траків, але до кінця року вони розростуться до 500 траків, тому що ми сьогодні подивилися всі можливості. І якщо ви людина, яка зацікавилася цим, будь ласка, напишіть мені повідомлення. Ще один раз. 224-600-3200. Я з вами проведу інтерв'ю, і якщо ваша особистість, ваші знання англійської мови, і якщо ви дійсно хочете спробувати себе в траковій індустрії, в індустрії, як диспетчерувати, у вас є велика можливість почати цю роботу безкоштовно. Тому що я хочу допомогти тим, чим я можу допомогти. То, що ми допомагаємо фінансово Україні, це все добре. Але я хочу дати надію для людей, які сюди приїхали. Молоді, старші. Єдине, що потрібно, щоб ви розмовляли англійською мовою. Щоб ви хотіли спробувати щось нове. Можливо, у вас вже був досвід в Україні, в Європі, і ви просто не знаєте, де почати. Тому, будь ласка, до понеділка ви можете написати мені повідомлення на Фейсбуці, на Інстаграмі. Ви можете написати мені повідомлення по телефону, і я з кожним проведу інтерв'ю. І потім в середу, коли ми будемо робити job fair, там, де шукають, там не тільки шукають диспетчерів, їм потрібні нові люди в бухгалтерії, accounting, safety. Але більшість все-таки з моєю допомогою я хочу навчити нову команду, яка може відкрити свої якісь нові горизонти в Америці. Тому, будь ласка, поширюйте. Я знову перейду англійською мовою. Єдине прохання, будь ласка, це для людей, які постраждали зараз від війни, які переїхали. Не пишіть мені, будь ласка, якщо ви вже тут знаходитеся 10-15 років, ви можете собі дозволити це навчання. Давайте допоможемо людям, яким потрібно дійсно допомогти. Добре? Я також напишу телефон в кінці цього відео, щоб ви знаєте. Якщо ви можете додати мене в свої друзі, і ми можемо про це поговорити. So let's go back. Let's go back for dispatch and let's go back to upcoming class because most of you signing up Many of you are asking the same question over and over and over again. Alex, market is down. Should I even invest money in learning how to dispatch? Is that gonna be a chance for me to work as a dispatcher? Is that gonna be a chance for me to build that dispatch service? Will I be able to become that independent dispatcher? And here's my questions, guys, and answers to this. Well, are you willing to study? Are you willing to invest? Are you willing to actually improve your skills? Are you actually open minded to something new, new possibilities? Are you easily adaptive to circumstances because market goes down, market goes up? You're going to be working with other humans, right? And it's not an easy task. Everybody is unique. Everybody is different. Everybody has a different personality. Do you have what it takes to work with other people? Because guys, since we are all unique, some people are very productive, but they are doing paperwork, they creating something, and they don't really communicate with others. And they make great professionals in every field. Being a dispatcher is a little bit different, right? You have to have communicational skills. You have to have ability to work under the stress without losing your cool, right? You still have to be professional. You still need to solve the problems on your own, so that logic has to be there. We can give you knowledge about equipment. We can give you knowledge about commodities. We can give you knowledge about paperwork setup. But do you have what it takes to take that information and apply? Because a lot of people, they are taking million classes. They want to be a baker, bake cakes. They take the class. They want to be accountant, they take the class. They want to be massage therapists, they take the class. They want to be software engineers, they take the class, but they never go and actually finish what they start. So with dispatching, this is not an easy route. You will need to have a foundation, but you also will need to have desire to go and accomplish certain tasks every day. And the good part that the tasks kind of the same, because what dispatchers do? Well, dispatchers kind of orchestrate all trucking industry, right? So they are actually in charge of combining the loads, finding, connecting. So they are the most important part of trucking industry, right? Driver, he's a professional driver. He needs to take care of being safe on the road, being on time, making sure that he checked the equipment, making sure that he knows hours of service. But dispatcher is the one who actually gives him loads, right? So it depends how good is a dispatcher, there is your profitability, right? That's where some company can survive even now. That's why company, for example, like Ace Transportation, well, they're not going out of business. Actually, they are growing. And some people who are not investing in knowledge, people who are not retraining their professionals, well, they will be going out of business. We're gonna see so many companies closing by the end of the year. It's not even funny. And I hope it's a also wake up call for some of them, because it is a time to sit down with your dispatchers, with your accounting, with your safety, to recheck what's going on. How can you improve? How can you improve the sales? Being a team. Only teams will survive. Let's talk about office with 20 dispatchers. If every dispatcher only worries about his trucks, right? 5 6 trucks, and that's it. I'm only worried about my trucks. I'm not really gonna worry about anybody else. Well, what's gonna happen? Well, maybe his trucks are still running, but his other team is not doing well. Well, it's gonna affect all company. Doesn't matter what. So nowadays, teamwork, being on the same page is so important, especially in this low market. If you are independent dispatcher, well, it has to be a team between you and an owner operator. You need to guys look every week what was done wrong. Maybe you did not pre-book. Maybe you took him to the dead area without checking that there is no loads. Maybe you need to switch to regional runs. Don't take coast to coast if they are not paying. Nobody can afford to go to California for $1.20, especially if you are driving and your cost, operational cost is high. There's so many moving parts into actually dispatching and surviving. Right now, all of us in surviving mode. Some companies are gonna grow bigger because owner operators gonna come to some companies because others are gonna be closed down. Some dispatchers are gonna quit this because they cannot work under the stress. But this is a big possibility for new people to come to the industry, talented people. And by the talented, I mean, well, are you willing to learn? Are you willing to go and invest 1 or 2 hours a day and actually learn the basics? Take the step and go and start dispatching. It's all up to you. The possibilities are unlimited. Market up or down, trucking is not going anywhere. We just have to change our mentality. We have to change our approach. We have to make sure that the culture in the company is changing. We have to make sure that we are kind of helping each other, because if the company not gonna make the profits, well, what's gonna happen? Well, they're gonna stop paying drivers and they're not gonna maintain the trucks. Safety is gonna go down, and in the end of the day, even dispatchers are not gonna get paid what they deserve to be paid, right? And if you as a dispatcher and you've been in a company for 4 or 5 years, you think, well, I have this experience, I am just gonna leave and I'm gonna go to other company. Believe it or not, when you work for the big mega carrier and if they value you, you go to the smaller company first. A lot of them, they cannot afford to pay you the same amount. Secondary, the smaller carriers, well, they still learning, they still making lots of mistakes. So for you as a dispatcher, yeah, you're gonna go and half of the loads brokers are not gonna be given to this carrier. Why? Because it's a brand new MC, because they do not have, let's say, inspection, because they canceled 3 loads. So for dispatcher, it's like you have to work 3 times harder to accomplish the same goals. And that's why when you go to bigger mega carrier, dispatcher is able to dispatch from 10 to 20 trucks. Why? Because they have capacity. So one dispatcher, if he really understands what is his duties are, and his duties are to make his jobs easier and driver job easier, by what? By pre-booking, by actually building that relationships with the brokers. So if they have 3 trucks available and broker is giving a load, well, right there, you're not just handing up that phone. Well, you telling them, well, I have a capacity. I have 3 trucks instead of one. That's why I'm asking you to pay me instead of 1,500, 1,700, let's say, because my trucks are ready to go. You know that you in a good hands. We already set up, and for broker, it's easy as well. Instead of tracking 3 different companies, instead of checking on safety, instead of not knowing what's going on, if I'm a broker, I'd better pay extra and make sure that all the loads are picked up. I don't want to leave a chance that maybe I'm not going to find a truck by the end of the day. Because for the broker, it's going to affect their contracts. It's going to affect their money making. So this is the understanding that logistics, it's 2 parts, right? We have brokerage part and we have dispatchers who bring the equipment, but everybody wants to have easier process. And easier process usually comes with loyalty, with a good drivers, with a good communication skills, with being that salesperson. Guys, you are salesperson every time you pick up the phone. It's not about how many times you made phone calls. It's about what is your percentage of closing that sales, because you have to be trained just by looking at power that truck stop, whatever load board you're using. First, you need to get rid of the nonsense right away by deadhead, by not going to that area. That's why when I see dispatchers, and I've seen some who've been working for years, and I see their early postings, They're usually afraid to post their equipment because they don't want to receive the phone calls. They put the search trucks. And then they put like, my trucks are going everywhere. Right there. This is desperate plan, because if I'm a broker and I see that your truck is going everywhere, that means that you don't even know what plan do you have for your truck. So let's say 50 companies posted Chicago going everywhere. And I am broker who has the loads Chicago to Dallas. And then I have 10 dispatchers who exactly posted maybe Chicago going to the Z7 to Southwest. Well, why should I call somebody who wants to go everywhere? I want to call people who maybe have drivers living there, who may be comfortable with this route, right? So